There's sort of like a big cult of people who love Five Fingers. They call them like birthday shoes and stuff.
Birthday shoes?
Yeah, because they like wearing no shoes. Like birthday shoes.
Of course.
And they like that idea, like, if you don't know if you've heard about the paleo movement, lots of people who are very into like living like cavemen, like they only eat raw foods, some of them, like, and they don't eat grains. They basically just try and live as close to how a caveman would have lived, thinking, well, that's what you're adapted to do. That's one of the healthiest ways of living. And they're really into it, so like, well, the actual man wouldn't have had shoes, and if he had shoes, he'd want shoes that were like his feet. So they think, oh, we'll go into those. But they're, well, that sounds kind of crazy, but I'm up for a laugh. Give it a try. So they become one of my collection. I've always done a bit of running since when I was young. My mother was a sprinter for the England team, an athletics team for a while, and she played basketball, so she was always, and she's got a Jamaican family too, so it was always the idea of chipping, like that kind of strong, powerful stride. So I was always coached like, you've got to be running, you've got to be chipping, you've got to be fast. So I did like some sports days and stuff when I was young, but I was never like totally inside. I did a lot of basketball, as you might imagine, and my dad did athletics too, so there was quite an athletic bent to the family. After a certain amount of time on a long enough race, you're going to run out of all your energy supplies. There will be no sugar left in your body, no glycogen, no nothing. So you're going to feel like you've just woken up, you haven't eaten in days, and you're running for some reason. That's pretty much how it feels. And there's still maybe 10 miles left to go. So at that point, you need a really strong motivation to make you continue. You need some unearthly reason to keep you going out there, because no one would, because no one's chasing you. You're not running from danger, you're running towards something. So you have to have that real drive. Like when you hear the real great distance runners, they all talk about running for things. They never talk about running away from things, because you just can't sustain it, because you've got to be doing that kind of thing every day. Like a great distance runner runs 100 plus miles. You've got to be running a marathon at least maybe 3 times a week. I fractured some of my toes, tore my Achilles tendon, and then didn't stop during any of this. That's the funny thing, like I was ran on broken toes with flu at one point. It still was a pretty fast race, to be honest, but it's not a good idea. Looking back in retrospect, it sounds crazy, because it is a bit crazy.